Niko mbele yako Baba wangu, nimefunga macho na sikia sauti, upo karibu nami, najua kweli, siwezi ficha kitu mbele yako. Umenijua tangu tumboni, umenipenda bila masharti, roho yangu yatamani uwepo wako kila saa. Niko mbele yako, here I am, oh Lord, nimeinama naabudu. Niko mbele yako, in your holy place, nipe moyo mpya unitakase.
This is Prophetess Sophia Matetwa. Greetings in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today, Apostle is sharing on the topic, who are you really impressing? Yourself or God? What a challenging topic. When considering who you really are, it's essential to recognize that the only most important one to impress is God, our Father and Creator of the universe. He is the only one that matters. In the world of today, there is so much competition, trying to impress each other in who drives the biggest, most expensive and latest car, who has the most expensive house, who flies a plane for their trips, or who has the largest bank account. But when you die, you will leave all these things behind. Surely, we can do better. There is no stress in impressing the most important one, who is God. This perspective encourages authenticity and self-acceptance, allowing you to focus on the one that matters rather than seeking validation from every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Let's lend our ears to the Apostle who shares this powerful message with us.
I am so glad you could join me in these end-time inspirational devotions, especially this devotion today, because it affects you as well. Who are you really trying to impress? Yourself or God? Let's look at Galatians chapter 1 verse 10. For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. How often do you find yourself trying to impress others? Maybe you feel it at work. Maybe it happens when you are with your family or friends. Maybe it strikes when you log into social media or show up at a class reunion. Is that nagging feeling, that annoying voice in the back of your head, and it's telling you that the only way to succeed in life is to look good to others? Whether it was at school or at the office or at church or participating in sports, you might say, I found myself in many situations where my performance was up for evaluation. It's also carried on into my work, speaking, writing, sharing, podcasting, and more. Trying to manage control or ultimately manipulate other people's perceptions of us isn't just exhausting, it's also pretty much impossible. I am reminded of the title of the book by Terry Whitaker called "What You Think About Me Is None of My Business." Isn't that such a great reminder for us all? We can save ourselves from a lot of unnecessary stress and anguish when we stop trying to impress others and start focusing on honoring ourselves. In other words, being true to ourselves, feeling good about who we are, and showing up in the most authentic way possible. All our things that give us real power. Not trying to be someone we are not, or trying to be validated by the opinions of others. As the wise Dr. Sowell said, I quote, "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind." So true. Acknowledge yourself. There is nothing wrong with waiting or with wanting to perform well and receive positive feedback for our work. However, when we focus on impressing others, we give away our power and set ourselves up for unnecessary stress, worry, and fear. It's important to recognize that validation from other people isn't what proves our worth. Instead, we can turn within focus on genuinely acknowledging ourselves. When we are willing to appreciate who we are, we can truly be free and tap into our innate power. Do you struggle with being a people pleaser? I said, do you struggle with being a people pleaser? There are times when you have caused unnecessary stress trying to impress other people. Who are you trying to impress? Many people use career status as a boost to their self-esteem, but it can trap them in unfulfilling profession or simply never be enough. Other people will ask what you do for a living because they expect you to also ask back what they do, so they can proudly tell you, "I am a neuroscientist." Granting others the power to determine one's relationship to work and status should be questioned. I've always wanted a job that sounded cool to my friends, said one student in one of recent courses in career change. What was he after? Social status. In fact, the desire for status is one of the most common rewards that people seek from their jobs, perhaps only second to money. But if you are on the hunt for fulfilling work, it is worth thinking about exactly what status means to you and whether or not it does you good. Two kinds of career status. Career status comes in two varieties. One is the status we get from having a prestigious job that is admired and revered by friends, such as being a lawyer, a surgeon, a top athlete, a neuroscientist, a professor. The chance to impress people with your high-powered career is an alluring prospect. Like the ancient Romans, we still have a strong yearning for reputation and glory. The second variety is status based on our position relative to others. A famous study in behavioral economics showed that if given a choice between earning £50,000 a year, with everyone earning 25,000 per year, or earning 100,000 while others are earning 200,000 pounds, the majority of people would choose the former. In other words, they would rather get less money as long as the other people are below them. They want to be more than others. We also care about relative position in career hierarchies. If you see all your peers climbing the ladder of success, becoming company directors or top managers, yet you remain at the bottom of the ranks, then you may well feel something of a failure and have a desire to join them. The dangers of using career to boost self-esteem. Both kinds of status can be an important way to boost our self-esteem. But as the 18th century philosopher Rousseau warned, this universal desire for reputation, in which we judge ourselves through other people's eyes, is fraught with dangers. We can easily find ourselves pursuing a career that society considers prestigious, but that we are not intrinsically devoted to ourselves, one that does not fulfill us on a day-to-day basis. In my work as a doctor, I used to constantly meet people who were very unhappy about their work, despite having apparently enviable careers, such as being doctor, philosopher, neuroscientist, like I said before. The writer and spiritual thinker C.S. Lewis understood this problem when he said that most of us desire to be a member of an inner ring of esteemed and important people, but we will reach no insight that is worth reaching, since there is always more rings within it. Simple lesson. Who do you imagine is judging your work status? Perhaps family, old friends, or colleagues. Do you want to grant them that power to judge your work? Who are you impressing, really? Many people struggle to feel good about themselves unless they prove to others how important they think they are. Their lives revolve around outperforming, outdressing, outshining someone else. But this lifestyle is like driving a car with faulty brakes. It will eventually end in disaster. Today, you try to prove yourself to one person, tomorrow another, and before long, you are trapped in a cycle that only leads to emptiness. Your value is not in the clothes you wear. I said your value is not in the clothes that you wear, the car that you drive, the house that you live in, or the popularity you gain. Do you know who you truly are? You are a child of the Creator God. I said you are a child of the Creator God. That identity outweighs every material possession or human approval. You don't need popularity, possessions, and performance to feel worthy. You don't need to waste time trying to impress people when God already calls you His own. In fact, those who live to impress others often end up depressed. True peace comes when you stop striving to look important and start living to please God. Do not look for accolades or awards, but aim for God's reward. Dave Willie said once, I quote, "Don't worry about other people's opinion of you. God never told you to impress people, but to love them." Close quote. Instead of being driven by the opinion of others, choose to live for the audience of one. As Paul reminds us in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 6 to 8, we are called to serve as bond servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart. Impress today, depress tomorrow. Please God always. Your aim should be to work to impress God, not man. Trying to impress others is a recipe for stress. Likewise, having an important job has its own perks, money, prestige, and so forth. But there is a personal cost that goes along with high-powered jobs. Typically, they are high-pressured, involve long hours of work, business travel, and less time with family or friends. And trying to be beautiful or handsome by the world's standards is a losing battle. We all age, and with aging, our faces, our bodies naturally change, and generally not for the better. Unfortunately, there is no diet, no surgery, no magical skin cream that can stop that. However, some women spend their life savings trying to stay looking young by having cosmetic surgeries one after the other. So trying to impress the world is a good way to be frustrated. Instead, if you want to be happy, try impressing God. The things that impress God are the same things that make us happier. They are the same things that make us better human beings and improve our relationships with others. For example, God is not concerned with the size of house you live in, your bank account, the car that you drive. He's concerned with whether you are a kind person to other human beings, animals, or the rest of the planet. God doesn't care whether I am a doctor from a popular medical faculty. He does care about whether I have developed the qualities of self-control, care for my patients, and true patience in my work as a doctor. God isn't impressed with whether you are physically beautiful. Rather, He cares about whether you exhibit the qualities of goodness, patience, respect, and gentleness. When we work to impress God, then we are working for those things that ultimately will make us happier people in the long term. When we focus on developing the fruit of the Spirit, love, kindness, self-control, peace, gentleness, faithfulness, patience, joy, and goodness, we are laying the foundation for a happy life. We aren't working for the momentary joy that comes from getting a fancy car or a bigger house. Instead, we are working toward developing the skills that we need for better relationships with others. We are working toward becoming more relaxed, peaceful individuals. We are developing those qualities that will allow us to be personally successful, not merely financially successful. I have seen this simple lesson at work in my own life. When I attain things that are impressive for the world or by the world's standards, the joy is fleeting. My new car is exciting for about a week. After that, it is just a way to get from point A to point B. In fact, I never bought a new car in my life, and that is true. However, as I have developed my faith in God, I have become better equipped to handle whatever life throws at me. Similarly, as I have worked at being more patient, I have become a better man, focused on more important things. So I know my efforts are best spent on impressing God. When I do so, I am working at achieving the right things in life. This week, think about the area of your life in which you are feeling stress. Are you trying to impress anybody? Are you overwhelmed because you are working to impress others? Or are you trying to impress God? Remember that when we work to impress God, we are on the path to being truly happy. My prayer is a simple one. Father, help me to live my life to please you and not impress mankind. Amen. This is Apostle Dr. Gordon Fairbrain Matetwa. I hope you've been blessed today. Until next time, stay blessed.
The storm may howl, the winds may rise, clouds may cover the brightest skies, but here I stand through it all so whole, 'cause I know my God is in control. God is in control. I won't fear the tide. His hand will guide me on this ride, through the valleys deep and the mountains tall. I can rest, 'cause God is in control. Kingdoms may fall, shadows linger long, covering all, but in the chaos I feel him still, sovereign and steady, bending his will. God is in control. I won't fear the tide. In control. Peace like a river floods my soul, knowing I'm held, knowing I'm whole. No power below, no force above can take me out of his strong love. God is in control. I won't fear the tide. God is in control.